back to Plant Little Projects. Today we're looking at removing this upper box here. Usually they install these in order to mount these cabinets on an island that looks kind of like this. So, but we no longer need that because we're not putting cabinets there, and that will free up some space. So right now we're going to try to surgically remove this box, and then kind of see what it looks like. So it's really a 2x4 box, that way, this way, this way. And there's also spacers in there that help to bridge the gaps. You can see I've actually cut a hole already here. Try to create some idea of what I'm looking at. So this is right here. So you can see inside here, 2x4. Then up in here, it's hard to see here without some more light. But you can see here, this is the underside of the beam system from the upstairs through the downstairs. So we're gonna go ahead and run this, we're gonna take a closer look at this, see what we got, and make a decision on what we want to do with this. So anyway, stay tuned, we'll see how it goes. The boxes from the previous cabinets removed. They were pulled out, as you see on one of the previous videos. And now what we need to do is just wire this for pendant lighting. So we're going to go ahead and take two light fixtures, one right here, probably one right here. And we're going to run it from the wall right over here. So you'll see this switch. So I need to put another switch here. It'll be a double switch. I'll use the same power from here and use that to basically power this light up here. And the way that we're going to set this up is we've got basically this access panel here with the air conditioning system. I'll climb up in there. And this wiring is accessible. Obviously turn off the breaker. We'll put a place for a new box here. It'll be a double box. Run the wiring up top. And I'll show you on the inside. You'll be able to see where we're going to basically cut a hole, run that wiring through the top here, over to these new fixtures. Okay, so that's this side. This side, there's a lot of existing wiring. We've got this wiring and this wiring. This wiring is actually used for the dishwasher and other things, including this light fixture over here that we took out. So we will actually drill a hole here, run this wiring up through here, put a nail guard on there, install the fixture. Here though, we're going to have to do something a little different. We need to make an extension. Those wires are too tight. So you go ahead and add a junction box here and probably a junction box up here. And we'll run a extender in between those two boxes to extend our length, so we can run this up behind this part of the wall. We'll use a nail guard plate there as well. So that's the plan. We'll get started. Here's the old box. We'll go ahead and replace this with a double box. The original wires here, and then this takes us up into the basically the floorboards that we use to run across to those lights. So we'll drill a hole here. See if I try to drill holes for these ones here. We use 3/8" drill. We're only running one box, or even one wire through there. So we'll actually drill on this side, since this is the side that we need to go onto, and we'll run it across. Here we go. Alright, so good news and bad news. Good news, I was able to install this. Works just fine. Got this connected on the back side for this lamp. That works great. And you can see up here, we'll go ahead and secure per code that power line to the trusses. I think it was within 8 inches. We tie that in. Anyway, bad news is in order to get that in there, the problem is we have to get these cables back in here, which is why I have the box here for the extension on this one and the extension here. I cut these, well, essentially what they are is phone lines, hoping that they wouldn't be used because they're running to the opposite side of the house of the router. Turns out they are used, and we lost internet. So I'm gonna take a look at these, see if we can figure out how to splice those, and see what options we might have. So that's where we are right now. Vacuum drywall sander. You can see that it's got it's basically got a screen on it that it uses. This is 120, and then it's got this vacuum handle here, so it actually sucks up the drywall as we sand it. So we're gonna give it a shot, see how it does. We're trying on this thing here, see if we can luck smoothing that out before we apply the final or our primer. So anyway, let's see how it goes. Today we're getting ready to do the wall texture on this kitchen project where we removed the boxes from the kitchen, and got this stuff from big box store near us, and looks like what we currently have, I think, is orange peel. There's a couple different types. Obviously there's the popcorn type people are familiar with, and then there's kind of like the orange peel. It's not quite knocked down, definitely not popcorn, and I think that's what I have here, but gonna try to match that. This house is so old that you know, people have done this multiple times in this house with different here you can see some right here too. They've you know, they've done lots of different types of texture, you know, some different on the walls, so I don't think I can make it really any worse. So we're gonna go ahead and try it up here. We'll texture this, get it set up the way we want it, and go from there. All right. I want to kind of show you how I test this in a box. You can see that you have the nozzle here, and you basically twist this piece here, which is this piece. I guess negative lighting to show you that piece there. This thing rotates basically clockwise or counterclockwise, and that's how you actually control the pattern. So once you've done that, you can test it. This is actually almost out, but you can kind of see how it comes out. And you kind of create a nice pattern with that. This is actually already dried, but you're just creating a texture. So I just kind of want to show you that, how you would use a box to kind of get the texture the way you want it. So you continue to kind of modify this, figure out your distance from the surface to get the texture that matches your particular surface. Anyway, hope this helps. Getting ready to install these new pendant lights in the kitchen. Had to remove the upper boxes, so I've got these pieces here, and I'm going to go ahead and open them up. Let's take a look, see what we have in there. Okay. So it looks pretty straightforward. Just let's see what we have in here. We've got the core, looks like the top's right there. Looks nice. This is about, I don't want to say $30. So quite a bit, well, not a bad deal. We got this one from the big box store. They had to deliver it. But here it is, real straightforward. So we've got the hanging lamp. We like the fact that it was clear. There it is. So I'm going to put that right there. We've got the wire it hangs from, and looks like we have here a mounting bracket. We've got some wire nuts. Looks like there's a grounding connector on the wire bracket and an instruction manual. All right, let's go ahead and get this installed. We've got a floating shelf we're going to install. This is about $30 to $27 from the big box store. Anyway, it's about 35 inches wide, 9 1/4 inches deep, and we already have 2 of them but I haven't actually showed them being installed. So we're going to install those today, and we'll get started.